So welcome to my review of my Volt Metro electric bike. I've just come back from a trip, about 8-10 miles, and I thought, well, it's good time to give a bit of review in case anybody else is thinking of buying one. I bought this in July 2020, but it didn't get delivered until November 2020. It is designed and made in the UK by Volt. So what do you get with your bike as well? You get the keys. There's a battery key and a lock key, and a little thing that you activate, which I'll show you in a minute. You get this nice little tote bag. They give you some high vis, and you get this manual, which is for all Volt bikes. So there's a few things that you have to work out for the Metro. It does cover the folding bikes. Be nice to have a proper manual or something you can download for some of the little things about when you're learning how to fold your bike up. There's you get one of these Allen key things. Don't know what that's going to be used for. For an extra 30 quid you can get this security lock, which I well recommend, and this plugs in to is it there in the lock, and you can lock it up, and this is the lock itself that you use. So here we are. If we go round, we've clicked that in there. I think this is a bit of a could be better designed, could be better on the other side. This is the key that does the lock. It actually only fits in that way to make the lock work. Yeah, it's wet and dark finding that with the you can see it's locked around the wheels, and that's pretty firm, and that's locked in as well. Come back here, here that's come undone, that's still in there, so it's a two-handed job to come round and undo the key there and pull that out there. So it's nice and secure, but a bit fiddly, has to be said. The key on the key ring, which is for releasing the battery. So you just turn it that way. You have to take out the saddle to get at the battery to take it out if you wanted to take it out. I've got the 40 mile range battery, and it slides out that way. You don't have to take it out to charge it, because the charger just plugs in there. You get the charger with it. Charger, when it plugs in, it shows red that it's charging and green when it's fully charged. It took me, I don't know, 3 hours just over for full charge, it seemed, from being down on one bar. So now starting it up, if you press that button there and lights come on, so it's three green, it's powered up, and when you look at the display here, comes on saying please scan the computer key. So you get this SpinTech key which you touch on there, and then that brings the whole thing to life, and you can't pedal with power without that being in place. So we've got the display here. Just keep that on there. You You see it's on low speed at the moment. If I press that, you get normal and high and power, and I think on high and power it's almost like somebody comes on to push behind you, and this minus will take keep the power down, high, normal, low, and that's the power completely off. There's also this button here which if you press that down, the thing starts to move off. It's quite useful if you're walking around and pushing the bike in pedestrians. Also, you keep it pressed down when you start off, say at traffic lights or a junction. It gives you a little bit of extra oomph for the first 3 to 4 miles an hour as you go up. This has around the back there's a button for modes, and you can do trip and an hour and time on that. Quite useful, but a little bit awkward to press up. You need to know what you're going to do. It's not like you can toggle through. If you press the power button there for about 3 seconds, the lights come on. So there's a front light there, and a back light there, which they're quite bright, and if you press it again for 3 seconds, they go off. Those batteries, those lights have their own battery, which is quite useful. That's the main battery. If that wears down, it's not going to affect you. Shimano Acera 8 gears there. Now the lowest gear, I'm not sure whether I've used it. I've probably been down to about the 3rd gear. Nice movement on the change. That's change down, and that's change up. When you're cycling, I think, and you're looking for more power, it is worth thinking about the gears. I go down to 6th, 5th, maybe even 4th, just to keep that going. Because the whole thing about on the bike is that it's not effort. You don't feel like you're straining. Your legs are going around. The motor's trying to get you up to 15 miles an hour. It really works quite well. The bell there, and disc brakes, and those disc brakes, they are pretty good. Quite impressed. Something else that makes the bike a little bit more expensive is the fact that you've got the mud guards, but they are good mud guards. Svalb tyres, they're pretty meaty tyres. They've got a sort of anti-puncture inner tube in as well. That's something that really sort of mattered quite a lot to me. I think that it's worthwhile. It's quite squishy saddle. It's pretty comfortable. It goes up and down. There's a bit of suspension in there. You can adjust it at the bottom. And then the parcel or pannier, it does say maximum weight 25 kilograms. I don't know whether you get a kid's seat on. And so now the fold, which is the challenge of it. This isn't a Brompton. It's not going to be a bike that you will lug over station bridges, or it is quite a heavy bike, but folding it, it's a case of clip that up and just undo that, and then there's a clip there, so that works. And just unfolding the handlebars, comes off there, flips over, fold down there. Something that I found a bit awkward because I didn't know how to do it is the pedals fold, and it's a case of just squeezing them in. Then the bike folds up zoom in first. Oops. Like that. The other way around. Down on its nuts. Still see me. Goes down and goes like that. The stand goes up. Now, one thing about this that isn't clear in the video on the Volt website, it's not narrow, it's like that, and there's nothing that keeps the whole thing together. There's no magnets that keep it together like a Brompton does, but that's the size of it. And of course you can drop the saddle to make it even more compact, so it will fit in the back of your car. So what do I think of it overall? Well, pedalling is a joy. I think one of the things that you need to look out for is not letting the power drain down too much. Hills are no problem, but I did go up a hill yesterday and it was on one bar and the power really wasn't there anymore. Did the same hill this morning and it really did sort of give you that extra push up the hill. So yeah, well recommended. It's lots of fun, and maybe when I've come up to the 500 mile mark I'll do a further review.